99% of people will not be able to watch this video. Our attention span these days is completely fucked, and if you don't fix it, you will lead a mediocre life. Of course, we all know the main culprit, our phone. Some people are spending 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10, 12 hours on their phone every single day. It's been proven that this shortens our attention span, especially short form content. Now, some of these studies might be hard to find. Some of this information will be hard to find because they don't want you to know. Apple doesn't want you to know. Even the fucking big governments probably don't want you to know. They want you glued to your phone. They want you to be a mindless robot, a consumer. Because what this is doing to us is turn us into sheep, turn us into followers. As I said, turn us into consumers. If you want a good life, you need to stop all that bullshit. You shouldn't even have social media. The only one that I ever see benefit from is YouTube. All the rest of them, you should be deleted. You could cope being saying, yeah, but I'm watching these motivational videos on TikTok and Instagram, and I learned about this wee business hack. Joe Rogan said this interesting fact on a short, but it's all bullshit. It's all cope. It's just dopamine. It's just a dopamine addiction. Like any other. Like porn, like drugs, like all of it. It's just the same. You need to get off it now. Delete Instagram, delete Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat included. The stories just as fucking bad. Maybe even clicking on all the snaps is probably the same dopamine hit. You don't need all this stuff. Delete Facebook, all of it. Some people say, oh, but I have no one to talk to. I won't be able to talk to people. Use text message, use WhatsApp. You can use Messenger. You don't have to delete your Facebook account. Keep Messenger, delete the app. Or maybe if you're really fucking addicted to it, 10 hours a day sort of bullshit, just limit yourself. Each week, cut it down by an hour. Down. Till you limit yourself maybe like 30 minutes a day. And even at that point, it's not even that bad. But I would say go the full distance. Delete that shit completely. Keep YouTube. Watch long form videos like this. Motivational videos, information videos, things teaching you things, learning you things that help you grow. This is why YouTube's the most value. You don't really get that in other platforms. You don't learn from a 5-second fucking video, do you? Now, a problem lots of people have, is YouTube Shorts. They keep YouTube, but they can't stop scrolling YouTube Shorts. Or maybe you're posting, maybe your work, your business revolves around one of these platforms, so you can't delete it. You just want to get rid of the short form content. You need to download an app that stops this. Now, this might be a bit harder on Apple, but on Android, I use an app called Blockscroll. There's plenty of them like that. I use the one that's called Blockscroll. They all do the same job. They stop you going on short form content, which is golden. Honestly, the amount of times I used to find myself on YouTube watching something valuable, and then next minute I was scrolling and I didn't even know how it fucking happened. I was never that bad for scrolling. I would only do it like fucking 10 minutes at a time or whatever. I was never really wanting to scroll for hours. I found it boring. But I'm sure some of you like that. We can all benefit from deleting social media. Now that's what to remove. What should we add? Meditate. You should meditate every single day for at least 5 minutes. Meditation is an exercise on focus. That's not the main benefit. The main benefit is realizing, seeing the true you, which is the space, the awareness behind thoughts, behind feelings. But yes, it will help your attention by tons, especially if you're just focusing on the breath or on your feelings or just one object, I recommend you get an app. This keeps you accountable, it keeps it easy, and explains everything. Medito is a completely free app on every platform, on every phone, Android, Apple. So Medito, Medito. Get that if you want. I don't use that. I use Headspace. It's a paid one. It's free for the first 30 days. If you look it up, get free 30-day pass. Then after it's paid, I don't know how much it is. Maybe like £70 a year or something. Definitely worth it. I love Headspace. Changed my life completely. When I was on drugs, when my head was just completely fucked. Seen that ad for Headspace. Thought, fuck it, I need to try it because I just needed something. I'm sure many of you are experiencing that right now. You just need that break. Maybe meditation is that break. Because I remember all that tension, all that pain, all this, fuck, I hate my life, all this work, I need something, God, please. The minute I opened my eyes after those 10 minutes of meditation, everything changed forever. All of that was gone. There was just space, just openness, just clarity, like I'd never experienced in my life. One of the most powerful tools is meditation. Now, another thing you can do is read. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't have the attention span to read. Funny, it'll be the same with meditation. They'll say, I can't meditate. I can't focus on my breath forever, but you don't need to focus on your breath forever. You just need to have that attention to focus on the breath. Eventually you will lose yourself. You will get distracted. All you have to do, once you realise it, you come back to the breath again and again. This is why apps are great. They'll explain all this in detail. It's the same with reading. You might only be able to read for fucking 5 minutes before you need to take a break. Then that's fine, you do it 5 minutes, come back to it. You need to build that muscle, that attention span muscle. This is what it's doing. This is one of the great benefits of reading. Of course, there's many other benefits. You'll build your creative powers, your imagination. You'll learn new things. You'll build empathy. You'll be able to step inside other people's minds, just as you step inside characters. Another great benefit is working out. Another great thing you can do is work out without a phone, without distractions. That includes music. Just be there in the moment. It'll be hard at the start, but trust me. One, you'll learn to enjoy the exercise more. Over time, you'll enjoy it more because it's been proven when you add dopamine on top of dopamine, like pre-workout, phone, music, on top of exercise, which is already dopaminergic, the activity itself ceases to be as fun, ceases to release as much dopamine. So you need to keep adding this stimulus. More music, louder music, more pre-workout, more fucking shorts in between sets. So work out without phone. Put the fucking phone in the locker, leave it there. Unless you're tracking with your phone, you're writing down your PRs, that's fine. That's what I do. Don't do anything else though. Don't even, if you get a fucking message, put it on do not disturb. Don't look at the phone at all. See, these things seem drastic and hard, but they are. Because we've become so conditioned to live this easy life of escapism, of instant gratification, literally instant gratification. You know, like when you take a drug, maybe you swallow it, it takes a while to build up. You know, the phone, boom, the moment you get the phone out, you get that hit. You know, even sometimes I'll find myself looking at checking my emails in that same old habit because it's built up in my brain. I'll fucking look at my emails to try and get that fucking dopamine hit, and I'm like, fuck's sake, what am I doing? One more thing. You need to get sober. Off drink, off drugs, all that bullshit. Unless, of course, you're taking something for medical reasons. Even still, it depends what you're taking, you know, like medication for ADHD, antidepressants, anxiety drugs. That's all fucking bullshit, to be honest. You can't take fucking drugs for fucking mental issues. That's retarded. It will not help. It'll make things worse. Of course, if you got fucking epilepsy, if you've maybe fucking got heart problems, you know, you've broken a fucking bone or whatever, yeah, sure. Take it for medical reasons, but all this other bullshit, especially when you're doing it for quote unquote fun, needs to stop. Now, I know this is where a lot of people definitely click off. You know, a lot of people aren't ready to hear this, and that's fine. We're all on our own journeys. You know, if we were all on the same level, we'd just be like sheep, you know. Once you're ready to quit, you'll know it. You'll know it. Your heart will call. God will be telling you, fuck, you better get off it, motherfucker, because it'll get louder and louder, more painful, till you need to stop it. See, because drugs and alcohol, they take us away from reality. And what is focus but focusing on reality, what's in front of us? I guess you could focus on something internally too. But when you're high, most of the time you ain't even focused on the inside. Some fucking psychedelics and shit make you introspective, yeah. But for the most part, they take you away. They fuck up your focus, especially weed. People talk about weed like it's just this, it's like this like kind of beginner drug, and like meh sort of drug. Trust me, it's not. When I first started smoking weed, it was some of the craziest highs I've ever experienced. But on top of that, it completely messes up your mind. You get this fog, this grungy sort of smoky even feeling around your brain constantly. Maybe if you're only smoking like once a week, even still, once a week's a lot. Once a week's quite a bit, in my opinion. You know, like, if you're doing it for fucking spiritual reasons, like psychedelics or something, you know, I understand that. You know, but that would be like a once a year, twice a year at most. But this fucking fun, this escapism, what we call fun is just escapism. It needs to stop. Because it's taking away your focus. And without your focus, you'll never be able to get anywhere. Thinking about it. You have a direction, you have a fucking mountain, a way that you're going, but if you're not focusing, if you're thinking about bullshit, you're going to end up walking off the path and going somewhere that you don't want to go.